What's up, guys? My name's Cam. You're watching Sarai Garage, and I am very late, so as always, I decided let me make a random car video about the garage. As you can see, show them our driveway. It is pretty much empty. Normally we have like 10 cars. Right now we got 3, and that is because literally every single car is broken right now. As always, what are we doing right now, George? We're going to the body shop. I feel like Hoobie from Hoobie's Garage. I got like 3 cars at the same shop right now. We're dropping off this Escalade that we just picked up yesterday. Long story short, it was in a body shop. Some kid earlier in January thought he was Ken Block. Is that his name? The Ford Drifter, what is it called? Anyways, he thought he was Ken Block. He tried taking a corner really fast at a 4-way stop when my mom was sitting at one of the lights, and he tried, I don't know what he was doing. He was in a Subaru, and Subaru bro over here basically hit ice and slid right into the front corner of my mom's Escalade. Joe, we can show him real quick. This guy, honestly, I might have some before photos, I might not, but he busted up the whole front light over here. This was all cracked. Just got fixed. This whole thing got repainted. I'm pretty sure they painted just like this side and blended it all in. The bumper is still the same, everything's still the same, but he did crack that light. And if you guys didn't know, we have a ceramic coating and clear bra all over this car, so we have to go get a new clear bra and ceramic coating installed at some point, so I had to take all that off to repaint it. But the main reason we're going back to the body shop next day is because they did kind of a I don't want to say anything bad about these guys, because they do great work and they help us a lot, and they're the people we go to, but like whoever did it this time didn't do as solid of a job, I'd say. Look, come over here. The reason we're going is because, look, you can see literally wires dangling back here, and can they see that? Yeah, there's wires. Show them from like back here. There's wires. Now it was sticking back like this, you know, just hanging out, and there's another one like right back in there. And that should not be like that. Here, I'll show you real quick, Chase. So obviously, these guys had to take off the front bumper to repaint it, right? So they didn't splash the rest of the truck. And when they did that, they had to disconnect all the things, like the radar-guided cruise control. And Joe, if you can look in here, give me the camera. We'll show them real quick. I don't want to make this too long and nerdy. I want to keep this rapid-fired. Bless you, Joe. There. Right back there, it's not focusing, but right back there is that wire, and I mean, you can't really tell because you have to take this whole plastic shroud off, but long story short, you can tell that there's little clips right there on top of that wire. What's supposed to happen is it has a sliding mechanism that slides into some slots that are actually built behind some of these slats of the grill, so that it doesn't ever hang out like that and look all bad. You're not ever supposed to see those wires. They're supposed to be secure with plastic clips behind this right here. There's a sliding mechanism, so they didn't do that correctly. And then I noticed, like, look, you can see like look, there's like loose bolts. Like, that's because I tightened it a little bit, but otherwise it was like completely loose. This bolt right here. Sorry, somebody called. But small things like that, loose bolts. Oh, did we show them the bumper's misaligned? Look, show them real quick. I think it cut off when somebody called me. The bumper is not aligned. Look at the gap on this side, right? And I'll show you guys real quick. You can see the gap there, and then look, this one is perfectly flush. There's no gap or anything. So the bumper's misaligned. We got these wires need to be clipped on correctly. There's loose bolts, small things, you know. The finish on the paint came out perfect. That's the main thing, right? That's the big thing. It looks fantastic. This is why I love these guys. So little things like misalignments, that's no big deal. But we're gonna head on over there. We're going to drop this thing off, and then we're going to get my Mercedes towed, because that thing is sitting there as well, and we will talk about that when we get there. Guys, so as you can see, we are driving behind my Mercedes. Like I said, I felt like Hoobie's Garage because I had 3 cars at the same shop. This was one of them. This is getting towed to Mercedes of Akron. Long story short, after we left the car there at the shop, one of the pressurized power steering hoses failed. I bought one through wholesale from a local Mercedes dealer, and now I'm bringing the part and the car to Akron. But this story went from very happy and finally getting my car fixed to sad. When we were towing the car, or when we were getting it onto this flatbed, we realized that somebody at some point recently that lifted this car jacked it in the wrong spot, and now in all four corners they put the jacks in the wrong spots when they lifted the car, and they destroyed the underside of this car. Also, when it was driving over to us from around the corner of the shop to get put on the truck, it was making a loud ticking noise from the engine, and I have a very strong feeling that whoever jacked it at the wrong spot broke a bunch of... might have even broken this power steering line for all we know, and he could have been the cause for that. But and now it's making a loud engine ticking noise, and I recorded a clip of what the panels look like and the jack points look like underneath. It's absolutely destroyed. All the plastic paneling for aerodynamics destroyed, cracked, and I don't know. It's just like, I don't know, man. Like never-ending problems. Never get to drive the car. But so now the body shop is looking over what they can do for us with that, and apparently the guy that jacked the car is not there today. I'm pretty sure he was. I'm pretty sure they told him to go hide in the corner, because they ran back and talked to one guy, and then the guy just kind of left and like kind of hid behind the corner while we were there the rest of the time, and they just told us that the guy that lifted it wasn't there. So I don't know what to believe. I don't know, but all I know is somebody jacked this car incorrectly and broke a whole bunch of stuff on it now, and the last person to touch it was my friend at Mercedes-Benz of Akron, so we're gonna go talk over it with him and see if he remembers seeing the car in this condition. I certainly don't. I wash this car by hand. I look underneath the car. I wash underneath the car. I wash all the wheel wells. I even wash underneath the side skirts every time I wash it, and I feel everything, and it was not like this. I have no doubt in my mind that this body shop messed it up. That's okay. Everybody makes mistakes. But the fact that they try to like hide it and just pass it along to me, and this has happened before to me with this car, and that rubs me the wrong way, you know. But overall, like, I hope the body shop admits to it, and they take care of me, and it's no hard feelings. It's okay. Everybody makes mistakes, and this is kind of a more special car, and I understand, and it's okay. But that's the situation, and we'll update you when we can. Alright guys, we're back home. I'm just gonna end the video here. I had plans to give a big happy update on the garage and what we've been up to and all these types of things, but I'm in a pretty depressed mood. Long story short, we dropped off the Mercedes at the dealership. That's because it was at the body shop to get paint work done, and when we dropped it off, a power steering line failed, so we towed it to get the power steering line failed. Or I don't even remember what I was talking about when we made the last cut, but basically when we were putting it on the tow truck, George, my little brother, noticed that it was all messed up in all the jack points, and all like mangled up, and all the panels underneath were cracked and stuff. And so that was fun, and we discussed that with the body shop, and they said they'd make it right, I guess. But anywho, we had to take it to the dealership, so we left real quick. And we also dropped off the Escalade, like I said, to get the body panels fixed. This is back. And so what we did was we dropped it off at the dealership. I have a friend that works there, and he looked over the car, and I showed him my concerns with the jack points. And long story short, I guess I learned something new today. Normal cars have circular jack points. You know what jacks are? If you don't, they're like the arms that go under, that slide underneath the car. There's one on each corner of the car, and they lift the car up, right? Normal jack points are circular and round, but apparently Mercedes, the jack points are like skinny rectangles, and it looks like somebody didn't know that. And so what you're supposed to do with Mercedes is you're supposed to buy an adapter piece that fits on the standard big round thing, and on the top is just a skinny rectangle, and it pops right into place perfectly in the little cutout. But it looks like somebody at that body shop didn't know that, and they just used the standard jacks, and they took the big circles and just slid it underneath, and the circles were massive. The rectangles are really small. The circles are huge. So they had a lot more surface area, and they put a lot more weight on a lot of areas that was not supposed to get weight put on it, and it cracked and destroyed everything. I think my side skirts are done. All the aero paneling underneath is done. And my friend was telling me there's a brake line that runs on the passenger side and a brake line that runs on the driver's side, and 2 other lines on the driver's side, and those might be all mangled and messed up now, and basically like my car is screwed for the rest of summer. I was really trying all summer to like really get it done and to enjoy it for like at least a couple weeks before I have to go back to school, but I don't think that's going to happen, and this is my last summer, so that's kind of how I get to end it. So kind of depressed, but that's what happened. That's why I'm ending it here. I can show you guys the Escalade real quick. George one. Here, come close. Look, perfect. No body damage or anything. No like gaps. And then you can see this. Look, they fixed it. It just needed to be pushed in. They didn't even remove the bumper. They just kind of pushed it in, and it was just a tab that wasn't popped into place. And also, they opened it up and connected that wire to behind that little slat. They slid it in and locked it in place, and they screwed in that bolt. And this thing is perfect. And look, these guys do a perfect job with like paint and everything. And I don't really want to slander them or anything at this point, because they are the body shop that we go to for all these cars. So we'll see what they do. They said they're gonna come back and review everything and go over it with me when they get the car back. I forgot to add, after we dropped off the Mercedes, we went back to pick this thing back up, and I was recording in my AirPods the audio, and I got the service advisor there to admit that they don't use the adapters. They don't have adapters for any cars. So I'm pretty sure what my AMG tech friend said is correct, and that body shop just lifted the car up with big circular things and cracked everything underneath. So yeah, that's where we stand with everything right now, and maybe I'll put an update out eventually. I hope this video was entertaining, and I hope you guys liked it. If you did, give me a thumbs up, and with that, I'll see you guys next video. I'm kind of depressed about that, but as long as like it gets fixed, I don't really care. It's fine. Accidents happen, but I just wanted to say, yeah, like I know you're talking to your boss and this and that, and you guys are going over it. Just without me telling you guys directly, like I want the guy to be there to explain like how he lifted it and everything before I tell him like what I know. But it's most likely, unfortunately, like that guy lifted it incorrectly. I'll just tell you, honestly, I don't give a shit. The cars they don't have normal jack points. You're supposed to use an adapter. Okay. It has, normal cars have circular jack points, like normal cars, right? That Mercedes, I didn't know this myself either. I never knew this thing existed. You're supposed to put a cup adapter on a normal jack point, and its jacks are actually rectangular. Okay. It's a rectangle, and they plug into like this special rectangle lift point. Okay. And when the tech looked at it, he's like, this is like some standard lift that lifted this thing up. It's just big round fucking things that pushed it up all over and crushed everything. Okay. And yeah, so I know we don't have adapters. So you guys don't? We don't. Okay. So that's what he said. He said he said whoever did it didn't use adapters. That's why this happened. This is the markings of like a standard. It wasn't even jacked incorrectly. Like they put it at the correct spot and everything, but it's so fucking big. The rectangle is like this. It's like, so yeah. You needed an adapter to lift it. I never knew that was a thing, but that's what happened. So that's why it broke. Okay. And
yeah, like I said, you know, he just wants to take a look at it. He's my production manager.
Okay.
He's the one that, like I said, I don't really have the authorization to say, yeah, let's go ahead and do it.
Okay.
You know,
I can
try and influence.
Okay.
But I can't say yes.
Okay.
Did you take a look at that like that?
I looked at everything. It looks fine, except for I was going to open the hood and just take another peek inside. But it looks okay.